AskReddit by Egachim. What job would you never do no matter how much money they offered you? High-rise window washer scared of heights. Thinking of heights, high-rise construction workers, crane operator, the guy who has to change the light bulb on the top of a radio tower. Anything CPS child social work related. It would be hard for me not to swing on a lot these parents and guardians. I'm a Kaza and yes, it's hard to contain yourself sometimes. Pet mortician. Just rebrand yourself as a unique taxidermist. Suicide bomber. There's just no future in it. Unless you're really bad at your job. Probably crime scene cleaner. This and hoarder specialist. The people who deal with human waste can never be me. Anything childcare related. Bro, I did childcare for $18 an hour once and I DK how I managed to do that for a whole year. Health insurance claim denier. That's about as ethical as being a mob hitman. I don't know, I think it's much worse. I imagine mob hitmen end up killing a lot of people who are in the game and knew the risks. As a claims denier, your entire job is trying to find ways to deny your customers the services they paid for. A call center. Getting screamed at by customers all day, every day? I'd rather be dead. I lasted a couple of months and then one day as my shift approached I just physically could not make myself do it anymore. When I called the boss to tell him I wasn't coming and he said today or ever again in a tone that said he gets these calls daily. I'd rather dig ditches. POTUS. Hey everyone, let's vote for this guy. I honestly don't know. I can 100% be bought. Would you tell lies for a political party and sell out your class of people? Sell fake medicine to senior citizens? Or sell a disinfected medicine to children? Those guys changing things at the top of the tallest buildings in the world. That would be scary and cool at the same time. I bet they're hella underpaid also seeing that most of those buildings are in Dubai. Any kind of septic work. My dad owned a septic business growing up and used to drive me to school in the truck on days I missed the bus. I did not miss many buses. OnlyFans or any type of sex work. I'm too private of a person. Not to mention all the pervs and psychopaths that you will attract in that kind of work. Fast food. Not to disrespect the job. But I'll go to prison if I get treated by the public like I did before when I worked at McDonald's. Had a middle-aged man come inside from the drive-through lane and slam down his burger on the front counter where I was cashiering inside orders. He screamed at me, 16 years old, about the GD onions on his burger. I didn't take or make his order. I was just the first face he saw. There is no reason to talk to another human like that. I started crying so hard I was hyperventilating and had to go in the back and breathe into a paper bag to calm down. I was too young to realize that I was having a panic attack. So, thanks for that random adult man. Minimum wage paid $5.15 an hour back then. Ugh. Scat porn star. As the moderator of a scat subreddit and having some industry insight through my friends who make scat porn, I can tell you the vast majority of the professional stars, which you can't even call them that in such a tiny niche, just do scat for fun and nobody makes any real money since it's such a small niche. This is evident in the fact that there are basically only 1-2 professional studios left, one being a company in Amsterdam called High Tide Video, and the other called Nightmare Escape based in French Canada. The key to survival has been that they do this stuff for fun and the money they bring in just covers travel expenses to make it all happen. Even the thousands and thousands of camgirls making $5 pooping videos are only making a few bucks, but most of them are not interested in playing, they are just pooping for perverts and nothing more. So for them, at least it's an easy $5. So the pay is shit too. We're definitely not doing it for that. Most of us are just doing it for fun. Underwater welder or school teacher? I would lean towards the welding though. I agree. Talk to a teacher and find out all the things they really have to do and put up with. Plus kids. Parents. Teach the standards. Make it fun. Teach them life lessons. You may get hurt also. But can't protect yourself. That's too much. Customer facing retail. Not so much for the work itself, but pretending that jokes customers tell are original, not calling them complete idiots for failing to understand the most basic things. Why yes, the register with 10 signs saying cash only is for cash only, and acting like I care how their day is going. I've worked retail all my adult life, it's soul crushing. I hated life, especially up until last year, and then I finally got out of it. The amount of times I've had to laugh at "oh it must be free then" if something didn't ring up. Born. I'm a nurse, and I firmly believe the hardest job in the hospital is patient transport. $15 an hour to push heavy ass, bulky beds around, and physically lift very heavy people all day? Yeah, that's a no from me. I refuse to even push a bed by myself because it's so hard to do. But I couldn't do it even if it was paid what it's worth. I was an ED tech, transporter, during paramedic school. Made 12ish an hour but got 50% off tuition. It only should have been 25%, but bank error my favor. Now an RN for a medical device company. Life is good. I would not return to teach at my old school. The kids were atrocious and the parents didn't care. The coaches gave me an attitude when I reached out to them because they cared about winning and not the moral characters of their athletes. I went somewhere else that paid me a bit less, but it was worth it. I cannot sacrifice my mental well-being for a job. Forensic pathology. I couldn't deal with the gore and terrible stories. I really don't know how they do it. Assembly line. This is crazy cause I work in assembly and love it. What kind of stuff do you dislike about it? I am assuming it makes a big difference what you are actually putting together making. Public school teacher. Food service. I am weak and it would break me faster than you could say wow, that dude's kind of a baby. Any aged care work, dementia, nursing home work. I'd lose my bloody mind dealing with crazy sundowners every day. I'm helping take care of my grandpa with Alzheimer's. He's starting to degrade pretty fast now. Luckily he's kind of feeble and doesn't move much. It's hard getting him to eat anything that isn't sweets though. Also hard trying to get him to drink water, but he will drink Gatorade, luckily, otherwise he would dehydrate himself. It's really sad to see him go. He used to be an artist and now he can't even draw a circle.